I think the most important thing when it comes to these games, especially just before a big tournament like the World Cup, is momentum. As it is now, we're very ready to play in that World Cup. We've got a good run the last year, and we've had some really good results. So if the plane departed for Bangladesh tomorrow, we would have been ready. But obviously Australia is the challenge that's in front of us at the moment, and it's very important that we keep our winning ways and we keep playing good cricket. Like I said, momentum building up into a tournament like this is really important. We've had a couple of days now where we just took a break away from cricket, which I think is just as important as time in the nets. Obviously the guys who played a test match, it is very mentally draining, so it was really important that we could just relax a bit, and we did that, and we had a nice little camp excuse me, for the World Cup. But today is practice day, and it will be a very hard practice because it is our only practice before tomorrow. So we'll be putting in the time today, and then hopefully get us ready for tomorrow. It was one of the out-of-the-box ideas that we were thinking of, but as you saw pretty much straight away when we went to Sri Lanka, that quickly changed because we feel that AB's skills in the middle overs are very valuable. Games get win and lose during that times, and he's too good a player not to have him there. We felt that we could use other personnel in the top 3 or top 4, but certainly when it comes to the most pressurised environment and probably the toughest time to bat in the subcontinent, it's those guys, and we felt that AB, what he brings to the middle order there is invaluable. I think that's something we've done really, really well over the last 14 months. We've made sure that that was myself and Russell's plan from the word go, that there wasn't too much chopping and changing, that we could experiment with one or two things, like you said, with AB maybe opening the batting, but to play as many games in your position that you're going to be featuring in the World Cup. And I think that we've got that spot on. Our top 6 has been pretty much the same the last year, apart from when we've rested one or two guys. And our bowlers has also been really consistent in who's been playing, bar one or two combinations. So I think 95% of the time we've always had 95% of the team playing, and that's what you want. I feel that's something we were also doing really well in one-day cricket in the last while as well. There's a lot more structure, and for me, that no matter how short the game is, there's always a sense of structure that's needed. Yeah, it's spot on emotional. It's even now 2 or 3 days later, your body still feels it because it's you lived every ball there when you're waiting to bat or batting, or when you finish batting. It's such an emotional challenge, and we gave a really good fight. So like Graham said, credit to Australia, they played better cricket than us, but we certainly gave it our all, and we were very proud of our efforts after the game. Yeah, I probably got the most abuse because I gave you guys some info to use against me there on the field. But look, Australia play their cricket really hard, and I was also, like I said, I was surprised by the way they reacted on the field, but they got a sniff, and they saw how important it was to play with a real intensity. And whatever you use as a team to get that drive in terms of your intensity, it comes in different forms. Our intensity came from Dale Stone's spell in the second test, where that bowling performance and the skill of that lifted us as a team. And as a whole, our whole intensity was brilliant in that test match. Obviously, they used something different in the third test to get their intensity up, but that makes you play your best cricket. So whatever floats your boat. I think it's just very important to see what's happening today. I think there's a few guys doing some fitness tests. I think Pani is one of them, Bieran, and I think Dale is not quite yet at the fitness test stage. So I'll have a better idea after today. This series is very important also, that you make sure that if guys are not 100% ready, you make sure you still rest them. The bigger picture is the World Cup. Also another thing is, which we need to consider, is guys that have had a really tough test series, maybe to give one of our key players a little rest in one of the games. So we're definitely thinking along those lines as well. You know, someone like AB has played a lot of cricket, and he's been under pressure, you know, with the gloves the whole time, straight on with his pads. He played a lot of. He's been literally non-stop for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So AB is best when he's fresh. So it's from a management point of view, it's really important that you make sure that the World Cup is still the focus point. And it's not always easy because, like I said, you're playing a fantastic cricket team, and you want to put your best team, but it's also there's a bigger picture. Yeah, there's a huge amount of respect for the two countries. You know, as Michael Clark sums it up beautifully when he speaks about South Africa. You know, he's got so much respect for us, and we've got the same. You know, we know we're playing a very powerful cricket team, and certainly on top of their game. So if you're not on the day, if you're not as good as you should be, then you'll end up losing. And it's the same for them. They know if they're not at their best, we'll make use of that chances. And that's what happened in the Test series. The first Test we had our guards down, they won it. The second Test we did that to them, and then the third Test they did it to us again. So it's almost like if you make 1 or 2 mistakes, the other team is so good that it's difficult to come back from it.